Good morning and welcome to the regular meeting of City Council for Tuesday, March 22nd, 2022. I have a meeting announcement. All council meetings will be live streamed on the city website and the City Channel Pittsburgh YouTube channel. Will the clerk please take the roll call?
Reverend Burgess, Mr. Coghill, Ms. Gross,
Here.
Mr. Kraus,
Here.
Mr. Lavelle, Mr. O'Connor,
Here.
Ms. Strasburger,
Here.
Mr. Wilson, Mrs. Cal Smith, President.
Here.
5 members present.
Thank you. What is that noise?
Somebody's phone.
Please keep your phones off during the meeting. Thank you. As we join from our remote locations, please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for a moment of silence. And we are joined today by the West End Elliott Athletic Association's futsal team. And then turn the face the flag. Okay. Ready? When you are. To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Hey, thank you, everyone. The rest of you may be seated. You can all stay here. Our next order of business is to amend the agenda. Is there a motion to amend the agenda? In a second. Councilwoman Strasburg, can I have a motion to?
So
Second.
moved.
In a second, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Agenda is amended. And now our next order of business is proclamations, and I have one to be presented. I'll do that one first, and we'll wait for the others to come in. You guys can come up here if you want. Come up here with me. Congratulations. Congratulations. Whereas futsal is a fast-paced indoor soccer sports played with 5 players to a team and emphasizes skill development by using quick reflexes, swift thinking, and accurate passing. Sounds like you can run for office. The name of the game is often played by professional soccer players to refine and maintain their skills for the outdoors game. And whereas the Elliott West End Athletic Association, EWEAA, formed a futsal club, which includes a high school team, middle school team, and a grade school team, who work closely together, learning cooperation and sportsmanship. And whereas EWEAA's futsal teams play the annual City of Pittsburgh City Sports Futsal League among 29 teams in 4 divisions. Elliott West End Athletic Association is one of 2 organizations to enter teams in 3 out of the 4 divisions. And whereas the Elliott West End 15 and under team, led by head coach Lucas Capruso, and assistant coaches James Musa Sakala and Alexander Folds. And if anybody knows Alex Folds, his mother was Jane Folds, who ran Pittsburgh Public Schools community and volunteer engagement for decades. They won the championship title in the City Sports Futsal Tournament held on March 8th, 2022 by defeating the Dynamo Destroyers with a final score of 12-2. And now therefore be it resolved that the Council of the City of Pittsburgh does hereby congratulate the Elliott West End Athletic Association's 15 and under futsal champions, and be it further resolved that the Council of the City of Pittsburgh does hereby declare Tuesday, March 22nd, 2022 to be the Elliott West End Athletic Association Futsal Club Day in the City of Pittsburgh. Can I have a motion in a second? Motion to approve in a second?
So move. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Proclamation's approved. Thank you, everyone. Congratulations. Luke, you want to come up and say a few words? We can stay here. Stay here, guys. We're going to take a photo right there. Stay right there. Okay, but here, do you want to say a few words? Here's your proclamation.
Thank you.
And, oh, sorry, here, say a few words. Sorry, honey. Say a few words.
Hey guys, thanks for having us. We've been doing this now for 7 seasons. Me and Alex, Coach Musa, we've been grinding out year after year. All these kids in the program keep coming in, and we're glad to see what the future holds for everyone. High school kids going to college, middle school team playing for their high schools. That's our goals at the end of the day, is just develop the skills and keep going forward, making an impact in the Elliott West End community.
I'm gonna let you guys all say your name too. After.
I just wanted to say thank you all for the proclamation. I wanted to thank our Neighborhood Athletic Association for supporting us with the finances to join the league, and the Crafton Heights Community Presbyterian Church, which supports us with giving us a practice facility to work on, because I'm a believer, to be good in anything, it takes hard work and practice. And so thank you, Teresa. Thank you, everybody.
Do you practice at the open door?
Yes, we practice at the open door.
Okay, I want to say that. So for those of you who don't know, they practice at the Open Door, which is a youth organization ran by the First United Presbyterian Church of Crafton Heights, in Crafton Heights. Do you guys want to all come up? Do you want to say a few words, Coach? No, you sure? Well, come up and everybody say your name and just introduce yourself and the position you play, and then you can go around and take a photo.
Hello, my name is Issa Sakala, and I play right wing, center forward, and pivot.
Good job.
My name is Abdul Shimler, and I play defense.
Hello, my name is Mazimil. I play wing right team.
You guys are getting taller as you're coming up. I don't know.
Hello, I'm Justin Wilson. I play pivot mostly.
Good job.
Hello, my name is Joseph Preston, and I play center mid.
Good job. Congratulations.
Hi, my name is Charles Fools. I play up top or back or wing, wherever.
Congratulations.
Hello, I'm Coach Musa, one of the coaches at Elliott. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We're gonna take a photo right over here. We'll hold the proclamation over. You guys wanna take a photo with me?
Yeah.
Okay, and we have a proclamation by Councilwoman Strasburger. Empower her.
This is to be read into the record. Thanks, Madam President.
Okay. And Councilwoman Gross, we'll read yours into the record, Councilwoman, when I read mine. It's
Madam President.
Madam President, I'm asked Councilman Lavelle to present my proclamation to Stephen Bontrager.
Councilwoman, Councilman Lavelle for Councilwoman Gross.
If Mr. Bontrager and anyone else here for the proclamation could please come forward.
As you can clearly see, Councilwoman Gross is with us on TV, but she is also at home today nursing a slightly sick child. So as she rightly should be. So I'm gonna stand in for her and read the proclamation. I will then turn it over to Councilwoman Gross to provide comments. And I'll ask you also to come up. Whereas our riverfronts are indispensable in the development of our local economy, generating billions of dollars in economic development, arts and cultures, and ecological sustainability. And whereas since 1999, River Life has worked to create, activate, and celebrate Pittsburgh's waterfront, overseeing 132 million investment in the city's waterfront transformation and entering their work in the belief that riverfronts belong to everyone. And whereas the city of Pittsburgh recognizes the legacy of Stefan Bontrager. And whereas Stefan Bontrager, a resident of the city of Pittsburgh for over 2 decades, currently residing in the East End with his family and dog Ginger, moved to Pittsburgh to obtain his Master of Journalism and Mass Communication from Point Park University. And whereas working in the nonprofit community since 2001, Stefan was first worked with Pulse and volunteered as a music and marketing assistant at 91.3 FM WYEP, where he quickly became the 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. daily on-air host, curating the organization's outreach and education department, leading workshops to teach recording and broadcasting to the community as a way of increasing locally produced podcasts and other radio content. Whereas Stefan migrated to River Life to lead his outreach and communication program, through which he raised millions to revitalize Pittsburgh's riverfront and has pioneered River Life's communications and outreach effort. And whereas some signature and beloved riverfront projects, including Point State Park Fountain and Mon Wharf Switchback, were made possible by Stefan. And most recently, Stefan played an integral role in developing River Life's Completing to Loop plan, a 10-year vision to complete, enhance, and expand Pittsburgh's 15-mile, 1,050-acre system of interconnected riverfront parks, trails, and public open spaces centered on the Golden Triangle. And whereas Stefan created and established Party at the Pier, an annual summer event that draws hundreds of Pittsburgh residents and visitors to the riverfront for a night of excitement and activation at the city's waterfront, which has raised more than $2.5 million for riverfronts since 2010. And whereas Stefan was honored as one of Pittsburgh Magazine's top 40 under 40 for his work at WYEP, was recognized as a Who's Next in Communications honoree by the Incline for his leadership at River Life, and has served on the board of directors for the Sprout Fund, the Community Advisory Board for WYEP, and the Marketing Advisory Committee for the Pittsburgh Cultural Trust. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Council of the City of Pittsburgh recognizes Stefan Bontrager for his devotion to our riverfronts, with his legacy continuing in the form of Pittsburgh's most treasured assets in the development and sense of community they inspire. Be it further resolved that the Council of the City of Pittsburgh proclaims Tuesday, March 22nd as Stefan Bontrager Day.
We have a motion to approve in a second.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Discussion? Proclamations approved. And Councilwoman Gross and Councilwoman Levant, did you want to say anything?
I would love to. Are you guys going to do a photo first, or would you like to discuss?
We're going to hear from you first, and then we're going
Absolutely appreciate it. I'm just trying to see what's going on in chambers. And I apologize for not being there. We were very honored to be asked to do this proclamation for Stefan. And I just want to say, Stefan, thank you so much for all of your contribution and all of your commitment. What a difference it has been this last, the work of River Life in transforming our access to our rivers, our appreciation of our rivers, and our ability to have our rivers and riverfronts be a part of our daily lives and be a part of the enriching quality of life in the city of Pittsburgh. It has truly made a difference. I like to tell a little story about my own journey with the whole River Life endeavor, which is that some of you might be old enough to remember that it was Mayor Tom Murphy who put a bunch of people on a little pontoon boat, including John Craig, who was the editor of the Post-Gazette at the time, and kind of went up and down the rivers and narrated the condition of the riverfronts. And this is before he started his River Life Task Force. And it was that purpose to say, like, look at these rivers and imagine what they could be. He was announcing that he was going to create a task force around the riverfront. It's called River Life Task Force before it was River Life, the nonprofit. And I was one of the token young people on that boat ride, as was my husband. We weren't married at the time. And that was the kind of advent of the cities and the mayor's initiative to get us all to really focus on the potential there. And we've come so far, and Stephanie, you've been so much of that story in making that vision into a reality. And so I just want to make sure you understand how much we appreciate your work and how much we appreciate the legacy that you've helped create for all of us. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you, Councilwoman. We'll turn it back over to Councilman Lavelle since he's here.
Hi, everyone. I just want to thank Councilwoman Gross for that wonderful story and for sponsoring the proclamation today. Councilman Lavelle, thank you. And Madam President, thank you as well. I am just one person in a big community that has been working towards the transformation of Pittsburgh's riverfront. And I am incredibly humbled and honored today. This is a bittersweet occasion after 13 years of working for River Life to be moving on to a new chapter. But I am grateful to my incredibly talented colleagues at River Life that are advancing a vision for completing the loop of the riverfront open space network between the West End Bridge, the 31st Street Bridge, and the Hot Metal Bridge. And it has been an honor and privilege to work with the city of Pittsburgh and River Life and the community to advance that vision. I also want to note our wonderful board members, our board chair, Kamal Nigam and Kathy Beekle. And Councilman Lavelle, you have served on our board as well as many other representatives from city government. So everyone coming together can do great things. And I am so excited to see the future of River Life and the future of Pittsburgh's riverfronts. Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Kamal Nigam. I'm the board chair of River Life. Stefan, I just wanted to acknowledge that today is not River Life Day. It is Stefan Bontrager Day. And there's a reason for that, right? Because Stefan has, for so many years, been the person who has taken the good mission of River Life and let the whole city learn about the good work that we have done. And that sort of building of the public's enthusiasm for the riverfronts, really the impact of that on changing not only the physical nature of the city of Pittsburgh, but the way that our residents interact has been instrumental. And we just deeply thank you for that impact.
Congratulations. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for your work in Pittsburgh. Now we have two to be read into the record, one from Councilwoman Strasburger and one from myself.
Councilwoman Strasburger presents Bill number 201. Now therefore be it resolved that the Council of the City of Pittsburgh does hereby commend Boys and Girls Club of Western Pennsylvania for hosting its 4th annual Empower event. Applaud the young women who are attending this powerful event. Reaffirm that the City of Pittsburgh values the insight, health, safety, and contributions of female identifying young people and commit to investing in futures of gender diverse youth of our region. And be it further resolved that the Council of the City of Pittsburgh does hereby declare Saturday, March 26, 2022 to be Empower Her Day in the City of Pittsburgh. Council President Kel Smith presents Bill number 200. Now therefore be it resolved that the Council of the City of Pittsburgh Does hereby congratulate Beverly on her retirement and thank her for her dedication to the city of Pittsburgh. And be it further resolved that the council of the city of Pittsburgh does hereby declare Saturday, March 26, 2022 to be Beverly Ox Publicity Day in the city of Pittsburgh.
Thank you. Can we have a motion to approve in a second?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any discussion? Councilwoman Strasburg? No? All in favor?
Aye.
Proclamation is approved. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure you didn't want to say anything, Councilman. And that moves us on to our next order of business, which is public comment. And I would like to remind everyone that the rules of council state that comments are limited to matters of concern, official action, or deliberation which are or may be before city council. Profanity and threats will not be permitted. And we maybe have the first speaker, please. And I have the first speaker registered as Dr. Ronald Miller. And please state your name and neighborhood for the record. You have 3 minutes to speak.
Dr. Ronald N. Miller, Bill Subaru, Amarillo, Texas, Yellow Rose and all. Langzhou, China, globalintelligencesociety.org, Global Intelligence Society, U.S. National Candidate Presidency, 2024, optimal info and intelligence and vote by voter verification governance. I'm not a Republican Party member or a Democratic Party member. Republicans, I think, are pathologically linked to, addicted to a controversy with Democrats and vice versa. And for millions of us, they're just making us sick with their behavior, is destroying, in our view, U.S. Republican democracy. March 2022 is Asian Intelligence Month, sponsored by the GIS. And I and the GIS are seeking a link with Yellow River Basin, Eurasian Land Bridge 2 Hub, Langzhou, China. Concerns of council include Asia. Wuhan is supposedly one of the sister cities of this, or brother sisters cities of this city. No word one way or the other from this council on that for a long time. Infrastructure is another matter in Yellow Bridge, breaking down Pittsburgh. Infrastructure signifies supramaterial and material connectivities. Yellow is one of 3 colors that is most valued by the Zhongren, the Chinese. Yellow symbolizes their power. Understanding China requires knowing a tale of 2 yellows. The Huanghe, yellow sandy river, is at the heart, the Jin of Chinese Wenmeng, the civilization. The Huangdi, Yellow Emperor, 2711, 2599 BC. So the story goes, Yellow Emperor's mother, Yu Bao, conceived him via a yellow ray of light in the star constellation Beidou Ji Jing. So Huangdi, Jimu, and Donggun were God incarnates like Jesus, believed to be founders of China, Japan, and Korea. The Yellow Emperor created a lot of infrastructure that was important to the development of Chinese civilization. Kang Ji, the language character codification, is particularly important. Yellowness is a Chinese cognitive cultural template that influences contemporary Chinese information, Jinji, acquisition and intelligence, Jili, analytics. Is Xi Jinping today's Yellow Emperor?
Thank you. Our next speaker is Jackson E. Walker. Jackson E. Walker, not online and not in the audience. Our next speaker is Ikahana Helmakina. She online? Oh, yeah, she's on.
Greetings and good day.
Good
My
morning.
title is, good morning, Grand Rising to you. My title is Ikahana Helmakina. I am the Grand Inca of the Iroquois Confederacy of Aboriginal American People. And I would like to speak on the topic of change. Recently, during a soundbite, by the current mayor, Ed Gainey, spoke about change taking 20 years. And I'm in direct opposition to that. Change does not have to take 20 years. Change begins where injustices begin. Wherever injustices persist, change is inevitable. Change becomes stagnant and you continue to do something, the same thing, and expect different results. The city and other organizations are receiving and giving nonprofit funds while things are getting increasingly worse. I'm not sure that these are the people who need to be in charge of directly impacting the youth. The time is now to give way to new ideas and provide new opportunities to our youth, to the children. I speak with a lot of mothers, and the consensus is there's not enough for their children to do. They apply for after-school programs and really can't afford to participate. And I think the city has an opportunity to make a change in that area. Because there are programs out there for the young people to do. And the most impactful age for youth, as a mother of 6 myself, is between the ages of 8 and 13. And so those are the youth that need to be targeted. And there's a multitude of people waiting to take up the mantle and positively impact the community by working with youth, particularly those between the ages of 8 and 13. So that is a very impressionable age for our youth. And that is the age where there's nothing for them to do. And summer is quickly approaching. And so I would employ the city to work with people such as the Iroquois Confederacy, who is willing and ready to take up the mantle and positively impact this particular age group. We have programming such as the Journey to Justice program and other programs that we are willing to implement to help curb the violence and to keep this particular age group from going towards violent acts. And I also want to speak quickly.
Thank you. That exhausts our list of registered speakers. Is there anyone in the audience wishing to address City Council? Morning, Ms. Brown.
Good morning. My name is Yvonne S. Brown. I live in the Hill District. I live in K. Lee Irvis Tires at the top of the hill. For weeks, I've not been able to do what I had promised Miss Evelyn, who lives on my 3rd floor in K. Lee Irvis, to bring this down about Macedonia, who has a lunch box program for the seniors. They have started bringing lunches every Wednesday to the building, but they also have where they will fix packages of food for the seniors that are not able to cook and cook for themselves. Now, I've come today to say that I must take back some of the words that I've said about Reverend Burgess. Being called Reverend Burgess during this session. I didn't think that he should be. I thought he should be a councilman. We had lawyers, you didn't call them attorney. We had doctors, Dr. Dow, you didn't call him Dr. Dow, but they said that he insists that he must be called Reverend. Okay, so you do call him Reverend. I said, I didn't care what you called him, Reverend Dog or whatever. He's supposed to be Councilman Burgess first. Now, through my neighborhood, walking through my neighborhood, I became aware that Reverend Grayson from up in the hill, who has the Grayson Center, is running for Wheatley's seat. Now, I myself don't feel that he should be called Reverend, but since if you can call Reverend Burgess, who says that my little Black grandchild has no business speaking down here? If he can say that, then I want you to understand about Reverend Grayson. Reverend Grayson sent the children from the ghetto to Ireland. My granddaughter was able to go. We had to have $300 for the trip. And she came back and I asked her, I said, well, how was Ireland? She said, Grandmommy, they took us into the poor neighborhood, just like the Hill. So you have a Black child from the ghetto was able to go to Ireland because this minister made sure that the children did. He did not say that they couldn't speak. Now, you just need to understand why I am so upset. I'm teaching my Black child that she's just as good as anybody else and she's equal, and that she should know what's happening with this city. But you have a councilman, and I still in my heart, I've been praying for you because my heart, I dislike that you mistreated my grandchild. She heard you say that she has no business speaking here. My husband heard me scream. You never said it on a Black child. Then you have the councilwoman to bring her baby. She's gone 4 months. We don't even know where she's at. Don't even say she's on maternity leave. 4 months and she brings back her baby and sits and does work all day long. You didn't say that was improper.
That exhausts your time, Ms. Thank you.
I
Ms.
know.
Brown. Have a
I'm
good day.
going.
Have a good day. Now, that moves us on to our next order of business. Oh, I'm sorry. Is there anyone else wishing to address City Council? No one else. Okay. The next order of business is presentation of papers, and we'll begin with Councilman Burgess, Chair of Urban Recreation.
No new papers, Madam President.
Thank you, Councilman. And Councilman Coghill, Chair of Public Works.
No new papers, Madam President.
Thank you, Councilman. And Councilwoman Gross, Chair of Intergovernmental Affairs.
No new papers, Madam President.
Thank you, Councilwoman. And Councilman Kraus, Chair of Human Resources.
Good morning, Madam President. No new papers.
Morning. Thank you, Councilman. And Councilman Lavelle, Chair of Finance and Law.
Madam President.
Thank you, Councilman.
Councilman Lavelle presents Bill number 196, resolution authorizing the issuing of a warrant in favor of Core Business Technologies in the amount of $2,062.50 for integration with the CSS tax system.
Thank you. And Councilman O'Connor, Chair of Public Safety Services.
No new papers, Madam President.
Thank you, Councilman. And Councilwoman Strasburger, Chair of Innovation, Performance, and Asset Management.
Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you, Councilman. Did he say it's okay? Like, I wanted him to say it's his committee.
Councilperson Strasburger presents Bill number 197, resolution authorizing the mayor and director of the Department of Innovation and Performance on behalf of the city to enter into an agreement and amendments thereto with Forrester Research, Inc. to provide IT consulting and research, as well as a wide variety of professional advisory and other services to modernize and elevate the work of the city government at a cost not to exceed $453,764.38.
Thank you. And myself, I'm sorry, Councilman Wilson, Chair of Land Use and Economic Development.
No new papers, Madam President.
Thank you, Councilman. Good morning. And myself, Chair of Hearings, I have one communication. Thank you, Madam Clerk.
Council President Kel Smith presents Bill number 198, communication informing council of the appointment of Jacques Rodin as Assistant Director of the Department of Innovation and Performance.
Motion to read, receive, and file, Madam President.
Thank you, Councilman. Do we have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. We'll move on to any unfinished business, which is, do we have any unfinished business for council? Seeing none, now move on to our next order of business, which is reports of committee for final action. And we'll begin with Councilman Corey O'Connor, Committee on Safety Services.
Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you, Councilman. What is that?
Councilman O'Connor presents Bill number 192, report of the Committee on Public Safety Services for March 16, 2022, with an affirmative recommendation. Bill number 169, resolution authorizing the issuing of a warrant in favor of International Trauma Life Support Pennsylvania in an amount not to exceed $6,600 for trauma and life support certifications necessary to the mission of the Bureau of Emergency Medical Services. Bill number 170,
Resolution amending Resolution 152, authorizing the mayor and director of the Department of Public Safety to enter on behalf of the city into an amended agreement with the National Association of State Boating Law Administrators for training and certification services regarding the Department of Public Safety boat operation at a sum not to exceed $679,000 and providing for the payment of costs thereof. Bill number 171, resolution amending resolution number 674, authorizing the mayor and director of the Department of Public Safety to enter into an amended license agreement or agreements between the city and Plaza at Grandview Owners Association at a cost not to exceed $104,400. Resolution number 674 must be amended in order to correct applicable funding accounts in future lease years.
Madam President?
Yes, Councilman.
Yes, thank you. So on Bill 169 and 170, on Bill 169, it looks like the term warrant may have to be amended. And on Bill 170, this came from Public Safety. They would like to recommit that bill. Our law department at City Council asked to recommit 169 just to get a better definition on the term warrant based on our code. So bills 169 and 170, I'd like to recommit and bring them up again tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you,
I'll
Council.
second the motion, Madam President.
Second, any discussion? I just want to thank Councilman O'Connor for working on this, and I want to thank our solicitor for noticing it. Thank you, solicitor. So we have a motion. We have a second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The bills recommitted. The bills are recommitted. Thank you, Councilman. And Madam Clerk, for the rest of the bills? We need the vote for the rest of the bills now.
Reverend Burgess,
Aye.
Mr. Coghill,
Aye.
Ms. Gross,
Aye.
Mr. Kraus,
Aye.
Mr. Lavelle,
Aye.
Mr. O'Connor,
Aye.
Ms. Strasburger,
Aye.
Mr. Wilson,
Aye.
Mrs. Cal Smith, President.
Aye.
Ayes 9, noes 0 on Bill 171.
Thank you. The bill having received the legally required number of votes is finally passed. Thank you, Councilman, for all your work on that. And Councilman Coghill, Committee on Public Works. Thank you, Councilman.
Councilman Coghill presents Bill number 193. Report of the Committee on Public Works for March 16, 2022 with an affirmative recommendation. Bill number 164, resolution providing for a third supplemental agreement with Michael Baker for contract administration and construction inspection service costs associated with the small grant projects agreement and providing for the payment of costs relating to the Washington Boulevard Trail not to exceed $72,153.53, a $10,469.66 increase from the previous agreement.
Thank you. You've heard the reading of the title of the bill. Is there any discussion on the bill? Seeing none, the bill is now ready for final action. All in favor of the passage, vote aye when the name is called. Those opposed will vote no. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Reverend Burgess.
Aye.
Mr. Coghill.
Aye.
Ms. Gross.
Aye.
Mr. Kraus.
Aye.
Mr. Lavelle.
Aye.
Mr. O'Connor.
Aye.
Ms. Strasburger.
Aye.
Mr. Wilson.
Aye.
Mrs. Cal Smith, President.
Aye.
Ayes 9, noes 0.
Thank you. The bill having received the legally required number of votes is finally passed. And that moves us on to Councilman Kraus, Committee on Human Resources.
Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you, Councilman.
Councilman Kraus presents Bill number 194. Report of the Committee on Human Resources for March 16, 2022 with an affirmative recommendation. Bill number 167, resolution amending resolution 478, which authorized the mayor and director of the Department of Human Resources and Civil Service and the director of the Department of Innovation and Performance to enter into an amended professional services agreement and or contract with Ceridian Human Capital Management, Inc. by increasing the not to exceed amount by $331,227 for services relating to the benefits module and its implementation.
Thank you. You've heard the reading of the title of the bill. Is there any discussion on the bill? Seeing none, the bill is now ready for final action. All in favor of the passage, vote aye when the name is called. Those opposed will vote no. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Reverend Burgess.
Aye.
Mr. Coghill.
Aye.
Ms. Gross.
Aye.
Mr. Kraus.
Aye.
Mr. Lavelle.
Aye.
Mr. O'Connor.
Aye.
Ms. Strasburger.
Aye.
Mr. Wilson.
Aye.
Mrs. Cal Smith, President.
Aye.
Ayes 9, no 0.
Bill having received the legally required number of votes is finally passed. And that moves us on to our Councilwoman Gross, Committee on Intergovernmental Affairs. It's our last committee.
Madam President,
Thank you, Councilman. Thank you, Councilwoman Gross.
Councilwoman Gross presents Bill number 195, report of the Committee on Intergovernmental Affairs for March 16, 2022, with an affirmative recommendation. Bill number 165, resolution amending resolution number 483, which authorized a professional services agreement and/or contract with Buchanan, Ingersoll, and Rooney, P.C. for professional consulting services for federal government affairs and legislative services by extending the term for 2 additional years and by increasing the authorized amount by $124,000. Bill number 166, resolution amending resolution number 484, which authorized a professional services agreement and/or contract with Milady and Wooten, Inc. for professional consulting services for state government affairs and legislative services by extending the term for 2 years and by increasing the authorized amount by $132,000.
Thank you. You've heard the reading and the title of the bills. Is there any discussion on the bills? Seeing none, the bills are now ready for final action. All in favor of the passage, vote aye when the name is called. Those opposed will vote no. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Reverend Burgess. Mr. Coghill.
Aye.
Ms. Gross.
Aye.
Mr. Kraus.
Aye.
Lavelle.
Aye.
Mr. O'Connor.
Abstain on 165, aye on all other bills.
Ms. Strasburger.
Aye.
Mr. Wilson.
Aye.
Mrs. Cal Smith, President.
Aye.
On Bill 165, ayes 8, 1 abstention. On Bill 166, ayes 9, no 0.
Bills having received the legally required number of votes are finally passed. And that moves us on to motions and resolutions. And I have a meeting announcements. Tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., council will hold our standing committees meeting. To register to speak, please fill out the sign-up form on the council meetings webpage by 9 a.m. Wednesday morning. You may also call the city clerk's office at 412-255-2138. Also, tomorrow afternoon at 1:30 p.m., council will hold a cablecast public hearing on Bill 88 relative to the West Penn Playground reconstruction. And on Thursday, March 24th at 6 p.m., there will be a public briefing by the Reapportionment Advisory Committee on the proposed reapportionment district maps. You can register to speak at the meeting at this meeting by filling out the sign-up form on the council meeting webpage or by emailing city clerk's office at Pittsburgh, spelled out PA.gov. At city clerk's office at Pittsburgh, PA.gov. Is there anything from members? Seeing none, I just want to remind members that part of the Wilkinsburg annexation task force is members are supposed to be putting together something for each of their committees, some investigation, what a merger might look like for HR department and contracts, what it might look like for policing. So please don't forget to do your part on this and then submit it to the task force. Is that how you want it done, Councilman Lavelle? It's you're the chairperson. That's good. Okay. And then submit it to Councilman Lavelle. And remember, they're under a time frame of 6 months. Is that correct? Okay. I can't remember. Okay. Anything else from members? Can we have a motion to excuse the absent members, approve the minutes, and adjourn the meeting?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting
Aye.
adjourned. You all want to stay here?